faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very bad.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting and not fixed his cannon get self-slaughtered. God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie upon me. Oh, fie! That it should come to this, but 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king, so loving to my mother. Heaven and earth must I remember. Frailty, thy name is woman. Oh God, a beast that once discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Buried with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month she married. Almost wicked speed, to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. The king!
Who's there?
Welcome, Horatio, welcome, good Marcellus.
What? Has this thing appeared again tonight?
I've seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy.
Oh, touch, touch. It will not appear.
Please break the off! Look where it goes!
The same figure like the king that's dead!
Thou art a scholar! Speak to it, Horatio! Looks he not like the king?
It would be spoke to!
Speak to it, Horatio!
What art thou? By heaven I charge thee! Speak!
It is offended?
See it stalks away.
Stay! Speak! Speak, I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone!
How now, Horatio? Is not this something more than a fantasy?
Is it not like the king?
As thou art to thyself. Oh! But where it comes again, stay, illusion. Thou hast to be sound and use of voice. Speak to me. Stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus.
Shall I strike with my partisan?
Do if it will not stand.
Tis gone!
It was about to speak.
Let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet. For upon my life, this spirit dumb to us will speak to him.
Let's do it, I pray, and I this morning know we shall find him most convenient.
death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with remembrance of ourselves.
Hear, hear!
Therefore, our sometime sister, but now our queen, have we with mirth and funeral, and dirge and marriage, taken to wife. Nor have we here embarred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair long. To all our thanks.
Long live the king!
Now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us some suit. What wouldst thou have, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave in favor to return to France, from whence though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation. Yet now I must confess that duty done. My thoughts and wishes been to get toward France and bow them to your gracious leave and pardon.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
Ha, my lord, I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine. Thy best graces spend it at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son,
A little more than kin and less than kind.
how is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off, and with thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lid seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common, all that lives must die.
Aye, madam, it is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is. I know not seems.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father, but you must know. Your father lost a father. That father lost his. To persever in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven. A fault against the dead. A fault to nature. We pray you think of us as of a father. You are the most immediate to our throne. No less nobility of love than that which dearest father bears his son, do I impart toward you. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg is most retrograde to our desire, and we beseech you, bend you to remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, kinsman, and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee, stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best to obey you, madam.
Why, 'tis a loving and fair reply. Be as ourself in Denmark. Madam, come, this gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart. Come away.
Break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship.
Horatio! I am glad to see thee well.
The same, my lord.
My good friend, and what make you from Wittenberg, Horatio? Marcellus!
My good lord!
I'm glad to see you well. Francisco! Good evening. But what faith make you from Wittenberg? We'll teach you to drink deep ere you depart.
Oh, my lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I prithee do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, I followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven, or wherever I'd seen that day, Horatio. My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw who?
My lord the king, your father.
The king, my father.
Season your admiration for a while with an attent ear till I may deliver this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together, Marcellus and Bernardo in the dead waste in the middle of the night, been thus encountered, a figure like your father appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked by their oppressed and fear-surprised eyes, whilst they, distilled almost to jelly with the act of fear, stand dumb and speak not to it. This to me a dreadful secrecy impart they did, and I with them the third night kept the watch. The apparition comes! I knew your father, these hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none, and vanished from our sight.
'Tis very strange.
As I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true. We did think it writ down in our duty to let you know of it.
Indeed. Indeed, but this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight?
We do,
Well,
my lord.
I will watch tonight, perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it. I pray you all upon the platform, 'twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you.
Our duty to your honor. Ah, my lord.
Farewell. My father's spirit. All is not well.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. Let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, no more.
No more?
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear his will is not his own. For he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself. For on his choice depends the safety and health of his whole state. In wayward loss, your honor may sustain, of which you created dare you list his songs. Lose your heart, nor your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection and out of the shot and danger of desire.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep his watchman to my heart. But good, my brother, do not as some ungracious pastors do. Show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own breed.
Oh, fear me not. I stay too long. But here my father comes.
Yet here lay Aertes, aboard, for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you're stayed for. There, my blessing with thee. Oh, and these few precepts in thy memory. Look out, character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, and their allegiance tried, oh, grapple them into thy soul with hoops of steel. Give every man thy ear, but a few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit, as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing, season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
The time invests you. Go, your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I've said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is Ophelia he had said to you?
So please you something touching the Lord Hamlet?
'Tis
told me he hath very oft of late given private time to you. If it be so, I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly, as it behooves my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord of late, made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? You speak like a green girl. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Mary, I will teach you. Tender yourself more dearly, or you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
Aye, fashion you may call it. Go to. Go to.
And hath given continence to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
I do know. When the blood burns, how prodigal the soul ends the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, you must not take for fire. It be something scanter of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate. In few, Ophelia, do not believe his vows. This is for all. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth have you give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
Angels and ministers of grace, defend us! Be thou a spirit of hell, or goblin damned! Bring with thee airs from heaven, or blast from hell! King! Father! Oh, answer me! Say, why is this? Wherefore? What should we do?
It beckons you to go away with it.
Do not go!
No, by no means.
You will not speak! I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
Why, what should be the fear?
Shall not go, my lord!
Hold up your
Be
hands!
ruled, you shall not go.
Unhand me, gentlemen! I say away!
Something is right in the state of Denmark!
Speak! I'll go no further.
Mark me!
I will.
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. List! List! Oh, list! If thou didst ever thy dear father love,
God!
revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Murder most foul, strange and unnatural. Now Hamlet here, 'tis given out that sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown.
My uncle!
I, that incestuous, that adulterous beast, sleeping within my orchard, upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed Hebona and fire, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous fulfillment. Thus was I, sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen once dispatched. As nature thee there not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. Adieu, adieu, adieu. Remember me.
Oh, you host of heaven! Oh, earth! What else? Oh, fire! Oh, Remember thee. I, thou poor ghost, remember thee. O most pernicious woman! Oh, villain, smiling, damned villain! So, uncle, there you are. Adieu, remember me, I have sworn it.
My lord!
How is it, my noble lord?
What news, my lord?
Wonderful.
Good, my lord, tell it!
No, you reveal it.
Now I, my lord, by heaven.
Nor I, my lord.
Good friends, give me one poor request.
What is it, my lord, we will?
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
We will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord.
Upon my sword.
My lord, we have sworn already.
Indeed, upon my sword, indeed.
Swear.
Boy, sayest thou so? Come on, you hear this fellow in the cellarage. Consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of this that you have seen. Swear by my sword. Come hither, friends, and lay your hands again upon my sword. Swear by my sword, never to speak of this that you have heard.
Swear by his sword.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt up in your philosophy. Come, here, as before, never, so help you mercy. How strange or odd some'er I bear myself, as I perchance hereafter shall think me to put an antic disposition on, that you, at such times seeing me, never shall with arms encumbered thus, with this headshake, or by pronouncing of some doubtful phrase as, well, we know, or we could, and if we would, or if we list to speak, or such ambiguous giving out to know that you know aught of me. This do swear. Rest, perturbed spirit. So, friends, with all my love, I do commend me to you. Let us go in together. Still your fingers on your lips, I pray. The time is out of joint. Cursed spite. That ever I was born to set it right. Hey, let's go together.
I remember when. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make...
How now, Ophelia? Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, my lord! My lord, I've been so frightened!
With what in the name of God?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all unbraced and a look so piteous in purport, as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard. Then goes he to the length of all his arm, and with his other hand thus o'er his brow, he falls to such perusal of my face as he would draw it. Long stayed he so. At last a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head thus waving up and down. He raised a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned. He seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out of doors he went without their help, and to the last bended their light unto me.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love. Oh, I'm sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters and deny his access to me.
That hath made him mad. Come, go into the king. This must be known. Come.
One, 'cause you left me, and two for my family, and three for my heartache, and four for my headaches, and five for my lonely, and six for my sorrow, and seven, and then you know tomorrow, and eight, I forget what 8 was for, but nine for lost God, 10, everything.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you, the need we have to use you did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so call it? Sith nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was, what it should be. More than his father's death, that this had put him so much from the understanding of himself I cannot dream of. And I entreat you both, being of so young of days, brought up with him, sit so neighbor to his youth and behavior, that you vouchsafe your rests in our court some little time. That so by your companies you may jaunt in pleasures and gather so much from occasion you may glean. Whether aught to us unknown afflicts him thus, that opened lies within our remedy.
Good students. He hath much talked of you, and sure I am two friends that are not living to whom he more adheres. Your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
We both obey, and we lay our service freely at your feet.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, Osric, and take these visitors to where Hamlet is.
Heavens make our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
My lord! I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not the trail of policy so sure as I have used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Well, speak of that I do long to hear. He tells me, my dear Gertrude, he hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
Well, we shall sift him.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad, call I yet, for to define true madness. What is but to be nothing else but mad. But left that go.
More matter with less art.
Madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he's mad, 'tis true. Oh, 'tis true, 'tis pity, and a pity 'tis true. Foolish figure. But farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him then. And now remains that we find out the cause of this. Perpend. My daughter, in her duty and obedience, Mark, hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia, that's a vile phrase. Yeah, in her excellent white bosom, these, etc.
Came this from Hamlet to you?
Aye.
Good madam, stay a while. I will be faithful.
Doubt thou the stars are fire. Doubt that the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar. But never doubt I love, thine evermore. Most dear lady,
Hamlet. But how hath you received his love?
What do you think of me?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. But what might you think when I had seen this hot love on the wing? As I perceived it, I must tell you that before Ophelia told me, what might you, or my dear majesty, your queen here, think if I had looked upon this love with idle sight? What might you think? No, I went round to work, and to my young mistress, thus I did bespeak, Lord Hamlet is a prince, out of thy star, this must not be. And so I prescripts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, which done, she took the fruits of my advice. He fell into a sadness, then into a fast, thence into a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness where now he raves. And all we mourn for.
Do you think 'tis this?
It may be very like.
Well, hath there been such a time? I would fain know that I have positively said 'tis so, when it proved otherwise.
Not that I know. How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks for hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll lose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras then, mark the encounter. If he love her not, and be not his reason fallen thereon, well, let me be no assistant for estate, but keep a farm and carters.
We will try it.
Oh, but look, where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
Oh, wait, I do beseech you, both away. I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave. How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well,
Do you know me, my lord?
excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
And I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord.
I, sir, to be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
Sun breed maggots in a dead dog. Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but as your daughter may conceive. Friend, look to it.
How say you by this? I'm still harping on my daughter, yet he knew me not at first, but he said I was a fishmonger. He is far gone. And truly in my youth I suffered much extremity for love. Oh, very near this. I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words.
Words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between who?
Well, I mean the matter that you read, my lord.
Slander, sir. For the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, and that they have plentiful lack of wit.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that's out of the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are. I'll leave him, and suddenly contrive the means of meeting between him and my daughter. My lord, I will take my leave of you.
You cannot take from me anything that I will not more willingly part withal. Except my life. Except my life. Except my life!
Fare you well, my lord.
Tedious old fools.
You go to seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
God save you, sir.
Ah, Rosencrantz. Lads, how do you both?
As the indifferent children of the earth.
Happy in that we are not over happy. On Fortune's cap, we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe.
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist, or in the middle of her favors.
They, her privates we.
In the secret parts of Fortune. Oh, most true. She is a strumpet. What news?
None, my lord, but that the world has grown honest.
Then doomsday is near. But let me question you more in particular. What have you, my good friends, deserved in the hands of Fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord.
Denmark's a prison.
We think not so, my lord.
Why then 'tis none to you. For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison!
Why, then your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself the king of infinite space. Were it not that I have bad dreams.
A dream itself is but a shadow.
Truly.
What made you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me.
What should we say, my lord?
I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. Be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
If you love me, hold not off.
My lord! We were sent for.
I will tell you why. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look here. This brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire, why it appears nothing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel in apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me, nor women neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there are no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, then what blatant entertainment the players shall receive from you. Passing on the way hither are they coming to offer you service.
What players are they?
The tragedians of the city.
Friends, you are welcome to Elsinore. You are welcome! But my uncle father and aunt mother are deceived.
In what, my lord?
I am but mad north-northwest! When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a hen song.
Well be with you, Hamlet.
Hark you, Guildenstern, and you too. That great baby you see there is not yet out of his swaddling clouds.
They say an old man is twice a child.
I will prophesy he comes to tell me of the players. Mark it.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
The actors are come hither, my lord.
Buzz.
Upon my honor, the best actors in the world! Either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, a pastoral, comical, historical, pastoral, tragical, historical, comical, pastoral, tragical, comical.
You are welcome, masters! Welcome all! I am glad to see thee well, my good friends. Oh, old friend, while thy face is balanced since I saw thee last. What, my young lady and mistress? Your ladyship is nearer to heaven than when I saw you last.
Pray God your voice not be cracked. Masters, you are all welcome. Come, give us a taste of equality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my good lord?
I heard thee speak me a speech once. It was in a most excellent play. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. Let me see. Let me see. Ah, Hecuba! But who are woe?
Had seen the Moblin Queen.
Oh, the Moblin Queen, that's good.
But who woe had seen the Moblin Queen run barefoot, up and down, threatening the flames with Bissum Room. A clout upon that head where late the diadem stood, and for a robe about her leg and all her teeming loins, a blanket, and the alarm of fear caught up. Who this had seen with tongue and venom steeped, gainst fortune's state would treason have pronounced. But if the gods themselves did see her then when she saw Pyrrhus make malicious sport and mincing with his sword her husband's limbs, the instant burst of clamor that she made, unless things mortal moved them not at all, would have made melt the burning eyes of heaven and passion in the gods.
Look, he has tears in his eyes.
Prithee no more. What a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit that from her working, all his visage waned, tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, and a broken voice, in his whole function, suiting with forms to his conceit. And all for nothing. For Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do had he the motive and cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears. Bloody body villain. Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain! What an ass am I. This is most grave. That I, the son of a dear father murdered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must like a horror unpack my heart with words. Fie upon foe. About my brains. I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have by the very cunning of the scene been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malfactions. For murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. If he do, blench. I know my course. 'Tis well! I'll have thee speak out the rest of this soon. Good, my lord, will you see the players well bestowed?
My lord, I will. Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll hear him play tomorrow. Now, so hear me, old friends. Can you play the murder of Gonzago?
The murder of Gonzago!
Aye, my lord.
We'll have tomorrow night. You could, for needs, study a speech of some dozen or 16 lines, which I could set down and insert it. Could you not?
Aye, my lord!
Very well. Follow that lord, and look you mock him not. My friends, I'll leave you till night.
Good, my lord. Aye, so goodbye to you.
You are welcome to Elsinore.
Where art thou?
drift of conference get from him when he puts on this confusion, grading him so harshly all his days of quiet with dangerous and turbulent lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he by no means speak.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition. Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we brought on the way. Of this we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They're here about the court, and as I think, they've ordered tonight to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he beseeches me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good friends, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose into these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, where by accident he may here affront Ophelia. We may of this encounter frankly judge if it be the affliction of his love, or nay, that thus he suffers for.
I shall obey you. And as for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again, to both your honors.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book. Oh, I hear him coming. Withdraw, my lord.
To be, or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by his sleep we say, end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep. To sleep perchance to dream. Aye. There's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come? When we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time when he himself might his quietus make? With the bare bodkin. Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will. It makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pitch and moment, with disregard, their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you know. The fair Ophelia.
Good my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well. Well.
My lord, I have some remembrances of yours that I have long longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of so sweet breath composed as made these things more rich. Your perfume lost, take these again. For to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should have been no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery! Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves, believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery! Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Good. Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens!
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Farewell. Or, if thou wilt me marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery. Go! Quickly, too.
Heavenly powers, restore him!
I have heard of your paintings. God hath given you one face, and you make yourselves another. You jig and amble, you lisp and nickname God's creatures, and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to, I'll no more on it. It hath made me mad! I say, we will have no more marriage. Those that are married already, all but one, shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery. Go.
What a noble mind is he o'erthrown. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the expectation and rose of our fair state, the glass of fashion and the mold of form, the observed of all observers, quite down. And I, of ladies most deject and wretched that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason. Like sweet bells jangled out of time and harsh. That unmatched form and stature of blown youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
There is something in his soul. Don't you doubt the hatch and disclose will be some danger. I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England. Haply the seas and countries different shall expel this something settled matter in his heart. What think you on it?
It shall do well, but yet I do believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him, and I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
Shall be so. Madness, great ones, is not unwatched go.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of your players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand, thus, but use all gently. For the very torrent, tempest, and as I may say, the whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and get a temperance that may give it smoothness.
I warrant, Your Honor.
Suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so o'erdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end was, and is, as to hold the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image. Will there be players that I have seen play, and heard others praise, and that highly, not to speak it profanely, have so strutted and bellowed, that I have thought some of nature's journeymen had made men, and not made them well. They imitated humanity so abominably.
I hope we perform that with us, sir.
We'll perform it all together. Go, make you ready. What ho, Horatio?
Your sweet lord at your service.
Horatio, thou art e'en as just man as e'er my conversation coped withal.
My good lord.
Nay, do not think I flatter. There is a play tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance which I have told thee of my father's death. I prithee, when thou seest that act afoot, observe my uncle. If his occulted guilt do not itself unkennel in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen. Give him heedful note, for mine eyes will rivet to his face.
Well, my lord.
The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Or you can all just kiss off into the air. Behind my back, I can sit and stare. I needed time to realize my crime. It was let me love and steal. Dances inside my mind. Now, how can I be real?
Keep the players ready.
Aye, my lord, they stay upon your pages.
They are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place.
How fares cousin Hamlet?
Excellent in faith. My lord, you played once in the university, you say?
That's denied. Not so good.
What did you enact?
I did enact Julius Caesar. I was
Killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me.
Neither by dear Hamlet, sit by me.
No, good mothers. Here's metal more attractive.
Do you mark that?
Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I made my head upon your lap.
Aye, my lord.
Did you think I meant country matters?
I think nothing, my lord.
It's a fair thought, to lie between maids' legs.
What is, my lord?
Nothing.
You are merry, my lord.
Who, I?
Aye, my lord.
What should a man do but be married? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis 2 months, my lord.
Oh, heavens! Died 2 months ago, and not forgotten yet.
Madam, how like you this play?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
What do you call this play? The Mousetrap. This is one Lucianus, brother to the king.
You are as good as a chorus, my lord.
The king rises! There, my lord!
Give me some light! Get away! Oh, the king! What? Friday was false fire! Oh, good Horatio, 'tis proceed.
Very well, my lord.
Upon the poisoning.
I did very well note him.
Ah! Come! Some music! The king liked not the comedy! Come! Some music!
My lord! The king, sir!
Aye, sir, what of him?
He's in his retirement, marvelous distempted.
With drink, sir?
Good, my lord, put your discoursets in the frame and don't start so wildly from my affair.
I obtain. Pronounce.
The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
My mother, you say?
She says your behavior hath struck her into amazement.
Oh, wonderful son that can so astonish a mother.
She desires to speak with you in your closet ere you go to bed.
We shall obey. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
And do still.
Good, my lord, what is the cause of your distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your griefs to your friends.
Oh, the recorders! Let me see one.
My lord, if my duty be too bold, I just...
Will you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I know no touch of it, my lord.
It is as easy as line. Govern these vintages with your fingers and thumb. Give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, these are the stops.
But these I cannot command any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Why, look you now how unworthy a thing you make of me. You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. And there is much music, excellent voice in this little organ. Yet cannot you make it speak? Splut! Do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you fret me, yet you cannot play upon me.
My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently.
I will come to my mother by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said.
Leave me.
Friends.
Now, to my mother.
I like you not! You are sent sick with us to let his madness rage! Therefore prepare you. I, your commissioner, will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our state may not endure. Hazard so near as doth hourly grow out of his lunacy!
We will ourselves provide!
Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage!
Haste us!
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. My offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It has the primal eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. Pray can I not, though inclination be sharp as will? My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. Forgive me my foul murder! This cannot be, since I am still possessed of the effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense? The wretched state! The bosom black as death! The live and soul that, struggling to be free, are more engaged! Help, angels!
Now might I do it, Pat? Now he is a prey, and now I'll do it! And so he goes to heaven. And so am I revenged? The villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven! Why, this is not revenge. No. Upsoar, and know thou of more horrid bent, when he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, or about some act that has no relish of salvation in it. Then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul may be as damned and black as hell whereto it goes. My mother stays.
Words fly up, and my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts may never to heaven go.
Losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to him. Pray you be round with him.
Mother!
I warn you, fear me not.
Mother!
Withdraw, I hear coming.
Mother! Mother!
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue.
Why? How now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot, Queen?
No, you are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass wherein be say the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help!
What hound? How now? A rat! Dead for took it! Dead!
Oh me! What hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
What a rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed? Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry his brother.
Let's kill a king!
Aye, lady, it was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool! Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Leave wringing of your hands! Peace, sit you down and let me wring your heart, for so I shall if it be made of penetrable stuff.
What have I done?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty.
I mean, what act?
Look here upon this picture. And on this. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear, blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? You cannot call it love? What judgment would seep from this to this? Oh, shame, where is thy blood? Rebellious hell!
Oh, speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
Nay, live in the rank sweat of an unseemly bed, stewed in corruption,
Speak to me no more.
and making love over the nasty side.
Thou turnest my eyes into my very soul, and there sees black and graded spots as will not leave their tint.
A murderer and a villain.
No more.
A king of shreds and patches. Save me. What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do not come your tardy son to chide. Oh, say!
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. But look, amazement on thy mother sits. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How's it with you, lady?
Alas, how's it with you? Whereon do you look?
On him! On him! Do not look upon me!
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all!
Nor did you nothing here?
No, nothing but ourselves!
Why, look you there! My father, as he lived!
This is the very coinage of your brain.
It is not madness that I have uttered. Mother, for love of grace, confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Throw away the worser part of it, and live the purer with the other half. Good night. But go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue, if you have it not. For this same Lord, I do repent. Again, good night. I must be cruel, only to be kind.
What shall I do?
Let the bloat king tempt you again to bed. Pinch one on your cheek, call you his mouse, and let him for a pair of reachy kisses, or paddling your neck with his damned fingers, make you ravel all this matter out. That essentially I'm not in madness, but mad in craft. 'Twere good you let him know.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast said to me.
I must to England. You know that.
Alack, I had forgot, just so concluded on.
There's letters sealed, And my true schoolfellows, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. Let it work. I'll lug the guts in the neighborhood. Good night, mother.
There's matter in these sighs, these profound heaves. You must translate as fit we understand them. Where is your son?
Mine own lord, what I have seen tonight.
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and wind. In his lawless fit behind the air is hearing something stir, whips out his dagger, cries, "The rat, a rat!" And in this British apprehension, kills the unseen good old man.
You heavy deed! This liberty is full of threats to us all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. So shall this bloody deed be answered. It will be laid to us. Where is he gone?
To draw apart the body he hath killed. He weeps for what is done.
Come, Gertrude. Son, no sooner shall the mountains touch, but we will ship him hence. And this vile deed we must with all our majesty and skill both continence and excuse. Ho! Guildenstern! Friends both, go join you with some further aid. Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain. From his mother's closet he has dragged him. Go seek him out, but speak fair, and bring the body into the chapel. I pray you hasten this! Come, Gertrude, we'll call up our wisest friends and tell them both what we mean to do and what's untimely done. No, come away! My soul is full of discord and dismay.
Safely stowed.
Hamlet! Lord Hamlet!
Soft. What noise? Who calls on Hamlet? Oh, here they come.
What have you done, my lord, with the dead body?
Compounded it with dust for a duty's king.
Tell us where it is, that we might take it hence and bear it to the chapel.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king. But the king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
A thing, my lord.
Nothing. Bring me to him.
Now, Hamlet, where's Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A man may fish with the worm that hath need of a king. In need of the fish that hath fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven. Send thither to see. If your messenger find him not there, go seek him in the other place yourself. But if indeed you find him not, you shall know soon as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him there.
He will stay till you come.
Hamlet, this deed for which thou hast done must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore prepare thyself for England.
For England?
Aye, Hamlet.
Good.
So is it.
Come. For England. Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
Come. For England.
Follow me, boy. Pray you make haste. And England, if My love thou hold'st in aught, pay homage to us. Our sovereign process which imports it full, by letters congruing to that effect. The present death of Hamlet. Do it, England!
Will please you go, my lord, to England!
I'll be with you straight. Go a little before. How all occasions do inform against me, and spur my dull revenge. What is a man, if his chief good and market of his time be but to sleep and feed? A beast no more. Sure, he that made us with such large discourse, looking before and after, gave us not that capability and godlike reason to fusten us unused. Now whether it be bestial oblivion, or some craven scruple of thinking too precisely on the event, a thought which quartered hath but one part wisdom, and ever 3 parts coward! I do not know. Why yet I live to say this thing's to do, sith I have cause, and will, and strength, and means to do it. How stand I then, that have a father killed, a mother stained, excitements of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep?
My lord! My lord!
Oh, from this time forth my thoughts be bloody, or be nothing worth!
I will not speak with her.
She is importunate, indeed distracts. Her mood will needs be pitied.
What would she have?
She speaks much of her father, says she hears there's tricks in the world, and hems and beats her heart. Speaks things in doubt that carry but half sense. Her speech is nothing.
'Twere good she were spoken with.
Let her come in.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
How should I hear true love know from another one? By his cockle had it stuck, and his sandal shoe.
Alas, sweet lady, what imports this song?
Say you, pray you, Mark. He is dead and gone, lady. He is dead and gone. At his head, a grass-green turf. At his heels, a stone.
Nay, but Ophelia.
Pray you, Mark. Light his shroud as a mountain smoke.
Alas, look you, my lord.
Larded all with sweet flowers, which bewept to the ground did not go with true love showers.
How do you, pretty lady?
I be with you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table.
Conceit upon her father.
Pray let us have no words of this. When they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning bedtime. And I have made at your window to be your Valentine.
Pretty Ophelia!
Indeed, without an oath, I'll make an end on it. By kiss and by sweet charity, alack, and fie for shame. Young men will do it if they come to it. By cock, they are to blame. Quoth she, before you tumbled me, you promised me to wed. So would I have done by yonder sun, and thou hast not come to my bed.
How long hath she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient. But I cannot choose but leave. They would lay him my brother shall know of it. And so I thank you for your good counsel. Come, my coat. Good night, ladies, good night. Sweet ladies, good night.
Follow her close, give her good watch, I pray thee, Horatio. No, this is the poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death. Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not in single spies, but in battalions. First, my father dead. Next, your son gone.
What's the matter? Yourself, my lord! Where is this king? Oh, the vile king, give me my father!
Calmly, good Laertes!
Let him go, Gertrude. Tell me, Laertes, why art thou thus incensed?
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
How came you that? I'll not be troubled with! You have allegiance of your faith most truly.
I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensibly in grief for it. Good Laertes, he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
And now whose is that? Oh, dear mate, our sister sweet Ophelia.
Poor and barefaced on the bier. Hey, nonny, nonny, hey, nonny. And in his grave rain many a tear. Are you well, my dove? There's rosemary. It's for remembrance. Pray you, love, remember. Here's pansies. That's for thought.
Documented matters.
Here's for you and columbines. Here's rue for you, and here's some for me. I give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. Say he met a good end. Will he not come again? Will he not come again? No, he is dead. Go to thy death bed. I never will come again. His beard was white as snow. Flaxen was his poll. He is gone. He is gone, and we cast away moan. God have mercy on his soul. I'll be with you.
Oh, heat dry up my brains!
I must commune with your grief, Laertes. You must put me in your heart for friend.
My revenge will come!
How now, what news?
Letters, my lord, from Hamlet.
From Hamlet? Who sent them?
Sailors, my lord.
Leave us! High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet. And in a postscript here says, alone.
One woe doth tread upon another's heel. So fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Oh, where?
There's a willow. Grows askant a brook that shows his hoary leaves in the glassy stream. she make of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. There on the pendant boughs, her crowned weeds, clambering to hang in envious silver broke. When down her weedy trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide in mermaid like while they bore her up. Which time she chanted snatches of old lauds as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be, so that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Alas, then she is drowned?
Drowned.
Oh, Ophelia! I forbid my tears. Adieu, my lord! I beseech your fire that would fain blaze, but at this folly drowns it!
Let's follow, Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage. Now I fear this will give it start again.
So much for this, sir. Now shall you see the other. You do remember all the circumstance.
Remember it, my lord.
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Up from my cabin in the dark grove died to find out them. Fingered their packet, and then fine withdrew to mine own room again, to unseal their grand commission, where I found Horatio. Royal knavery, in exact command, my head should be struck off.
This is possible?
Here's the commission. But wilt thou now hear how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair, an earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, and many such like as a great charge, that on the view and knowing of these contents, he should those bearers put to sudden death.
But how is this sealed?
Why, even in that was heaven ordinance. I had my father's signet in my purse, which was the model of that Danish seal. Folded the writ up in the form of the other, subscribed it, gave it the impression, placed it safely, the changeling never known.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern go to it.
Why? Man, they are not near my conscience.
Why, what a king is this?
He that hath killed my king and whored my mother. Is it not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm? And is it not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come into further evil?
Must be shortly known to them from England. What is the issue with the business then?
It will be short. The interim's mine.
You when I did love me, thought it very sweet to contract the time for my behoof. Methought there was nothing made.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business? He sings in grave making.
A pickaxe and a spade, for and a shrouding sheet, a pit of clay for to be made, for such a guest is meet.
Whose grave's this, Sirrah?
Mine, sir. A pit of clay for to be made, for such a guest is meet.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman then?
For none neither.
Who's to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir. But rest her soul, she's dead.
Salute the knave is. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
It was that very day that young Hamlet was born. That he is mad and sent him to England.
Aye, married. Why was he sent into England?
Because he is mad?
he shall recover his wits there. Or, if he do not, 'tis no great matter there.
What?
There! The men are as bad as he! Ha!
How came he mad?
Very strangely, they say.
How long will a man lie in the earth, very rot?
Here's a skull now hath lined you in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A mad fellow it was. This same skull, sir, was your skull, the
This?
king's jester. Even that.
Alas! Poor Yorick! I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath bore me in his back 1,000 times. And now how abhorred in my mind it is. Here hung those lips that I kissed, I know not how oft. To what base uses we may return, Horatio. Soft water. Here comes the king. The queen. The courtiers. Who's this they follow? Conjure water and mark.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violet spring.
Fair Ophelia.
Sweets to sweet. Farewell. I had hoped thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife.
Oh, tremble, whoa! Foe 10 times trouble on their cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sins deprive thee of. Hold off the earthly walls, and I've got her once more in my arms.
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis?
The devil take thy soul!
I prithee take thy fingers from my throat! Hold up thy head!
Lord, my lord, be quiet.
I loved Ophelia! 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
No, he is mad, Laertes!
The love of God forbear him!
Show me what thou do. Would weep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, would eat a crocodile. I'll do it. Dost thou come here to whine, to outface me with leaping in her grave? I'll rant as well as thou.
This is mere madness!
Pray thee, good Horatio, wait upon him!
It is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew. The dog will have his day.
The sight is dismal, and our affairs from England come too late. Our commandment is fulfilled. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, and now Hamlet comes back? They have gave me such a masterly report for art and exercise, and for your rapier most especially. It would be a sight indeed if one could match you.
Indeed, my lord.
This report does Hamlet so envenom with his envy that he can do nothing but wish and beg to play with you.
What of this, my lord?
Laertes, is your father dear to you? Or you like the painting of sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Not that I think you do not love your father, but what would you undertake to show yourself indeed your father's son more than in words.
To cut Hamlet's throat in the church.
Revenge should have no bounds. But, Laertes, will you do this? Stay close within your chamber. Hamlet returns shall know you are come home. Put on those shall praise your excellence and bring you for a duel. A friendly exposition together and wager on your heads. Being remiss, generous and free from all contriving, shall not peruse the foils, so that with ease or a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, for passive practice. Requite him for your father.
I will do it. For that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I but an unction of a mountebank so mortal, that if I but gall him slightly, it may be death.
If this should fail, soft, let me see. I have it. When in your motion you are hot and dry, and he calls for drink. I have prepared him a chalice whereon but sipping, if he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold.
I humbly thank you.
My lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, here is newly come to court Laertes. I know you are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is with his weapon.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons, but, well...
And the king, sir, hath laid that in a dozen passes between yourself and Laertes, he shall not exceed you 3 hits, and it would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
If it please his majesty, let the foils be brought. I'll win for him.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
You will lose, my lord.
I do not think so. Since Laertes went to France, I have been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds.
But my lord,
Thou wouldst not think how ill all's here about my heart. But it is no matter.
nay, good my lord.
It is but foolery. Such a kind of misgiving as perhaps trouble a woman.
If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither and say you are not fit.
If it be now, it will be now.
The king and queen are all coming down.
The queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment to Laertes before you fall to play.
She well instructs me.
Come, Hamlet, take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir, for I have done you wrong. What I have done, I here proclaim, was madness.
I am satisfied in nature. I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong you.
I embrace it freely. And will this brother's wager flame with play? Come, bring us the foils.
Come once them in.
I'll be your foil, Laertes.
You mock me, sir.
Oh, by this hand.
Give them the foils, Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace has laid the odds at the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I've seen you both. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath. Come, begin! You, the judges, bear a wary eye.
Come, sir. Come, my lord.
No! Judgment!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Stay! Give me drink. Hamlet, here's to thy health.
Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come.
Another hit, what say you?
A touch. A touch and you confess it.
Shall win!
The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Good, madam.
No, Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord, I pray you pardon me.
It's the poison cup. It's too late. My lord, take it now. I do not think it.
Come, Laertes, for the third.
Say you so. Have that you now!
Part them, they are insane!
Justly killed with my own treachery!
Queen, where she swoops to see them bleed!
No! Drink! Drink! My dear Helen! Poison!
Villainy! Oh, let the door be locked! Treachery! Sing it out!
Hamlet, thou art slain! No medicine in the world can do thee good! The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, undated and envenomed! The foul practice has turned itself on me. I can no more! The king! The king's to blame!
Poison venom too! Then venom to thy word! But help me, friends! I have been hurt! Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned taint! Drink off this potion! Follow my mother!
He is justly served! Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet! Mine and my father's death took not upon thee, nor thine on me!
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen! Would you? You are pale and tremble at this chance! There are but mutes, one audience to this act, had I but time! Oh, I can tell you! Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. Report me my cause of right to be unsatisfied. Here's yet some liquor left. No! Give me the cup! Let go! By heaven, I'll have it! Oh God, Horatio! If thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, tell my story. Rest. Silence. Thou cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince. And flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.